Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Although I know most of you are likely returning viewers because of the title of the video, which is my life update. This video has been a year or so in the making. I haven't been on here in over 2 years and a lot has happened. And in those 2 years, I've tried to make this video, but it has never felt complete, and I've never felt myself. I was going through transitions, but also I knew that I had a feeling other things were gonna come up, and I still had some growing to do, and I was completely right. And I come to you today literally out of nowhere. I'm actually going to a friend's Christmas show after this, and I had a full face of makeup, which I don't do often. And I was just like, you know what? I got ready super early. Let me put on a shirt and talk to my viewers. It's been a long time coming, and I want to restart this channel again. It's been so long. This is what gave me life, excitement. And I feel like with everything going on in the world and with everything going on and what went on in my life, I just want a restart. And this video is a restart button. And I don't want to be super dramatic, but I think for me to move forward, I need to make this video. I have a lot of updates. Like I mentioned, I've said transition a bajillion times already, but I have exciting things in my life going on right now, but I do have updates that might not be the best, but they have brought me to where I am now, which is the happiest I have been in so long. And that's the most important thing that I want you to take out of this video. But I am gonna go and stop blabbing, and in true OnlyYumul fashion, gotta do my transition. If you're interested in hearing about my life updates, then keep on watching. I wanna say this is not gonna be long, but if you've been here before, if you watch my TikToks, if you follow me on Instagram, this is gonna be like a FaceTime. So get yourself a warm beverage or a cold beverage, preferably something Christmassy, because I still love Christmas. That's one thing that hasn't changed. Where to begin? A lot of things happened in the last only 2 years. Oh my goodness, I felt like I've lived 10 years, to be honest, in the best way possible. Specifically, like reflecting on it now after all the transitions that have happened. Last time you saw me, I had my own apartment. I was living with my partner and I was just living the life. I had a corporate job that was paying me well, and that's why my videos were all about hauls and buying anything that I wanted. And little did you know, I was actually unwell, very unwell. Specifically, I think it started at the end of 2021. I've been working for this firm for 4 years at that point, and I worked there. I'm not crying. I just have the sniffles. I was working there 4 years at the time, and then my 5th and last year was really when it got really bad, where I just felt stuck, overwhelmed. I was burnt out. All because of my own doing, obviously, because I am an empath and I take everything home. But basically in the beginning of 2023, something very significant happened that was the catalyst to me finally taking the step of quitting my job. My mental health was at its lowest. I've never seen myself at such a low point. Before anything got worse, I finally did it, and I quit my 9-to-5 corporate job for my mental health. Gave up my lifestyle and went back to my parents. That was the best decision I could have ever made. And it's crazy looking back on it now. If there's anything I want you to get out of this video, is to never let a job take over your mental health, because it's not worth it. It really isn't. Everyone is replaceable. If anything happens to you today, your job will literally find another person the next day, ASAP. Do not give your all to a job. That's all I'm gonna say. I consider myself very, very lucky. Do not get me wrong. I had a very supportive partner. I have very supportive parents that were willing to help me out. I went to therapy, psychiatry, and I lived for free. And they let me do all that. I traveled for a whole year just to find myself and reflect. And that's when I realized I wanted to be in real estate, and that was something I've always wanted to do. I have always wanted to be an entrepreneur, which another update that I'm hinting at. I've always wanted to own my own business, and so I knew I wanted something like that. I wanted to have a career, and then I also wanted to have something that I own. Although as a realtor, you do own a business, but we'll get there. So I decided to go back to school. Before I took the exam, another transition happened, which was very unfortunate. But like I said, looking back on it now, things happen for a reason. But this partner I'm talking about is no longer my partner. It's actually been over a year now. But no bad blood. It had to happen. Nothing crazy. No one cheated. You know what I mean? Like it had to happen. It was an adult decision. Like he was transitioning into his own thing while I was trying to find myself and also going through my own transitions. And that's kind of what life is. You know, you figure out if it's going to work out together as you grow or you grow apart. So after that, I basically was in the worst, most difficult time of my life again. Not as bad as the work stuff, but I think going through the work stuff prepared me for this even more difficult transition in my life. I was with that person for 6 years. Like we were practically married. We lived together like 5 months into dating. So that man was my life. And so I had to go through that transition, but I had to focus. So I focused on school and I passed the exam on the first try, may I add, because that is a bragging right if you know any realtors. But really it's because there was barely any math, and math is my kryptonite, just so you know. So I passed the test, and that was the beginning of 2025. That was literally January. I got my results, and then I got my license, and I've been a realtor since. So that's my new gig. It's been the best thing. I realized that I am a natural. I love it so much. So if you have any real estate needs in California, agentyumul.com. Now, last but not the least, let's talk about the shirt. I actually also launched a company called OnlyYumul. What a surprise. In the end of 2024, it was like December 15 exactly that I launched this company, and it is a clothing brand, which is why I have one of the sweatshirts. And it was a passion project while I was trying to reflect on what my next move was in that whole year that I didn't have a job. And so I decided to basically be an entrepreneur. I went back to school to become a realtor, but I also was working on one of the biggest projects I've ever done, which is OnlyYumul apparel. And this is one of the items. Before I keep going on, I highly suggest to please pause this video and go to onlyyumul.com and just read the about me. I put my all into that website, even the photo shoot. My brother was one of the models. I put so much effort and money into this project. It truly is the first one where I really put my all. So pause this video and go there, and hopefully you can go shopping as well. So I'm gonna give you a moment. Welcome back. Now that you've seen it all, I hate that now I have to talk about what I have to do with this business of mine. This passion project was an effort that was not only by me, but it was also with the person I was with at the time. He was an inspiration for it, and I think the reason why it took me so long to make this video is because I was still healing from that I never even like made a launch video on my YouTube. And I can't believe it's been almost a year now and I still haven't told you guys that I have a clothing line. Saying that, I have decided that once I have sold the rest of the inventory, which is literally behind me right now, this is my office area, and all of my inventory is like hidden back here. I have decided to also start fresh and finish off the first collection and put a pause on OnlyYumul apparel. As much as everything said online, my about me page, still very true. The version of me that created OnlyYumul apparel is not the version of me now. And I think because of that, I have neglected it and I didn't water it as much as I should have, because I launched it during the breakup and then I was on survival mode and I became a realtor, and then I pretty much focused on that and I realized that that is now my passion. And so all that to say, I would really appreciate it if you would support my business, even though it will be paused soon. But I have a lot of inventory left for the sensitive collection, and it is the holiday season. So I think if you know anyone that would really appreciate this, or you yourself, the products are amazing. I spent so much time, many frustrating moments of, you know, waiting to get samples. I just gave it my all for this passion project that I really want you to feel it quite literally. I get so much feedback about my products, how comfy, amazing they are. Just get one. If it's not what I'm promising it to you, I wouldn't be hurt if you return it. But I'm just letting you know, you just have to feel it. So I have 4 products and I'm actually doing a giveaway. In this video, I will send one lucky winner. I'm hoping this one lucky winner is going to be a long time subscriber. I will send the whole collection to the winner, and all you have to do is comment below and let me know either how long you've been on here or your favorite part about my videos. That will kind of hint to me like you've been here for a little bit. And yeah, that's the latest. Everything on the site is 30% off, and I will keep it that way until all inventory is done. As of right now, we have everything. We have all the sizes. They are oversized. So this is actually an SM, like S/M, and they are oversized. And I did that on purpose, where it's like, just look at the the models, and it'll tell you how big they are. They're kind of like very fluffy and comfortable. Oh my goodness. And then I should have gotten the products here, but I'm wearing the gray one. It comes in black. I have a canvas tote, which is here. This is the one that I use, but it says OnlyYumul on one side and then one side says sensitive, of course. And I specifically made it where it's like super big at the bottom so you can actually fill it up, not like a flat one. I was so annoying to like my production team. I was like, but like I had like I think 5 samples of this before I could even like launch the right one, because I was so specific to how I wanted it to be. And then I also have a hat, of course. It says sensitive. Oh, am I really gonna give myself hat hair? And it's adjustable. If there's something you need to know about, oh, and it says OnlyYumul. If there's something you need to know about me, I have a big head. I'm pretty sure you could tell by my videos. Like, it's just this big old head and then like my neck. So I made sure it could fit every head. I'm kidding. Love yourself. That's all what OnlyYumul is about. But I'm so excited. Once again, I would really, really appreciate your support. It's been a long time coming. I can't believe it took me so long, but I'm so excited that you guys now know about my life and what I have been up to. So onlyyumul.com as well as agentyumul.com. That's all you need to know. Anyway, I look forward to this, and thank you so much for listening to me blab. I love you all so much, and for everyone that has stuck by me for, oh my gosh, over 12 years. Over 12 years, definitely years. I really appreciate you. And before I go, I just need to show you my Christmas nail. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and go on my website onlyyumul.com as well as agentyumul.com. See you soon.